Does owning a Lamborghini actually get you more attention? The short answer is absolutely, but it's probably not the kind of attention you think. Some of it's amazing, some of it can be awkward, and some of it completely caught me by surprise. After owning my Huracán for over a year, here are the 5 biggest things that I've learned about owning the vehicle. After owning my Huracán for over a year, here are the 5 biggest things that I've learned. The first thing that I've noticed is that you almost become a local celebrity. Wherever you go, people notice you. You'll have people waving at you, taking pictures. You can wave back at them, and then it will completely make their day. People will give you thumbs up, and complete strangers will just walk over and just ask about the car. Your social media changes too. You start getting a lot more DMs, way more than before. Some people just want to connect, but honestly, a good portion of them, videographers, asking if they can shoot the car, which has actually been really cool because I've met some talented people through it all. Everywhere you park, people are looking. Some are admiring the car, some are judging you, and most are simply curious. If you're someone who likes staying under the radar, owning a Lamborghini definitely changes that, so that is something that you got to get used to. So I will say that this kind of depends on where exactly you live. Obviously, if you are somebody who's in Miami that has a Lambo, you're basically kind of gonna get blended in a little bit. But if you are somebody who's in Kansas or in the middle of nowhere, as soon as you pull up with the car, it's almost like you're the president that has arrived at the gas station, and then you're just going to have a lot more people coming up to you and basically going to be engaging with you a whole lot more. But I will say that the attention you get, or the local celebrity factor that you get with the car, is going to be a little bit more than you had expected. I personally didn't think that the car was going to get this much attention, but there's something with a Lamborghini versus the general public where it just kind of stands out a whole lot more. So it's definitely something that you do got to get used to. Number 2, this one is going to be one of my favorite ones, but the networking is incredible. This has honestly been one of the biggest surprises. The Lamborghini opens so many doors. I've met entrepreneurs, business owners, executives, creators, and some really genuine people because of just owning the car. The Lamborghini starts conversations that probably never would have happened otherwise. But here's something important. The car only gets you into the room. After that, it's still on you. You still have to kind of know how to network. Learning how to sell things or just having good people skills is a huge thing to know if you are planning on owning a Lamborghini. If you are somebody who's quiet, which I definitely was before the car, or have my tendencies to become that, you're gonna be questioned a lot, and you're just gonna naturally engage in a lot more conversations. A lot of times you gotta teach yourself how to be humble as well, because you're gonna be attracting a lot of people who are just inspired by the car and maybe asking you for advice or questions on how to just level up in life, which is a great thing. Obviously, if you have the car, you can do whatever you want, but me personally, if you own a Lambo, yes, I personally feel that is kind of my duty to just kind of help people up and help lift them up out there, just to kind of make the world a whole better place. Number 3, this one was a question that I actually got on the channel, and I'll probably do a separate video on just this all by itself, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to be curious about this. Number 3 is going to be dating, the good and the bad. Also, before we get to the next part, a lot of people have been asking me what exactly I did in terms of finances and investing to get to a point to owning a Lamborghini in my 30s. Also being able to retire in my 30s. So if you are somebody who just kind of wants to join that journey or see exactly what I did, I put together a 5-part program that literally teaches you everything I know. I have a QR codes here and also a link right down below. So check that out at the end of the video. So this is a question that I get asked the most, or probably one of the most. Does owning a Lamborghini help with dating? I would personally say yes. You'll definitely get a lot more initial attention, but there is a huge catch to this. If your dating life wasn't going well because of confidence, communication, or personality, the Lamborghini isn't going to magically fix that. In fact, it can sometimes attract the wrong attention. Some people are genuinely interested in you, who actually are into cars and whatnot, but others are just interested in the lifestyle. So you yourself kind of have to know what to kind of watch out for or what to pursue. Personally, I always prefer someone gets to know me first and then finds out I own the Lamborghini after. That's just the way I know that they're interested in me and not just the car. So again, if you are somebody who's thinking that the Lamborghini is just going to magically get you a lot more dating opportunities, it probably will, but again, you're going to feel that mix of good and bad. In my personal opinion, you should be dating somebody who's just kind of there for you and not the car. Because say for example, you ended up with somebody and a big part of that was because your car was there. What would happen if your car was gone? You would probably lose the other person as well if they're just there for the lifestyle, I guess you could say. So you want to be able to kind of have somebody that would want to be there for you and would kind of be there no matter what car you had, whether you had a Honda Civic or a Lamborghini. That's when you know that things are real. And a lot of that doesn't just have to be with dating itself, but a lot of friendships should kind of go in that direction as well too. And then when it does come to dating, a lot of it in terms of the long term is going to be a lot more of just your mental state. So are you somebody who's pretty confident with themselves? Are you somebody who takes care of themselves? Are you somebody who will help other people? Stuff like that, more of the core values would take you a lot more farther in the long term. In the short terms, the Lambo can help you out, but say for example, you have somebody come up to you. If you are somebody who doesn't even know how to talk, that interaction that you're having there is not going to go really far at all, in my opinion. So dating and cars are probably two separate things. In terms of having good relationships in dating, you kind of want to focus on yourself first, build up your own self from within, and then work your way out after that. Number 4 is going to be different types of reactions. One thing I've never expected was how different everyone's reaction would be. I know that kids absolutely love it. The reactions are amazing. They point, smile, wave, say Lambo or Lamborghini whenever you're driving by, and genuinely get excited. Honestly, this one's one of my favorite parts of owning the car. Car enthusiasts want to know everything. What year is it? What exhaust is on it? Is it all-wheel drive? What is it like to own it? Then you've got photographers who want to shoot the car, which has led to some awesome photos and meeting great people who are also really talented. You'll also meet dreamers or people who are just trying to get inspired. People who tell you it's been their dream car since they were little. They'll ask you what you do for work and how you were able to buy one. Those conversations are actually really rewarding. And then on the opposite side of the coin, you have the critics. Some people assume you're showing off. Others think you are drowning in debt. Some assume that you had inherited the car or inherited the money. But the funny thing is, most of these people don't know anything about you. Everyone just projects their own story onto the car. So yes, the attention is going to be good and bad. You're going to have a lot of genuine car enthusiasts. A lot of general public are also going to be amazed by the car and take pictures of you. But I will say that the other chunk are going to be a bit on the negative side, especially if you're somebody who is younger. You're going to get a lot more flack for that. Overall, I'd say a good 90% of my interactions are very, very positive. There is that small 10% that I do kind of see happen behind the scenes. A lot of times whenever I'm just around the car and then a lot of people don't really know that I'm the owner of it, there are some sly comments that kind of come flying out. Things like, oh, it's just the Audi beneath the sheets. Or things like, wow, that car is so low that it could probably cut my grass. Small little things like that. So it's just honestly something that you get used to, and it's nothing wrong that you did at all. It's just a reflection of whoever is saying the comment. So you kind of just learn to ignore those things. Number 5, the attention eventually becomes normal. At first, every reaction is exciting. Every thumbs up, every kid pointing, every person asking for a picture, it all feels surreal. But eventually, it just becomes normal. The attention fades into the background. You stop thinking about who's filming you or staring at you, but instead, you start appreciating the drive itself. And honestly, when I think ownership becomes most enjoyable. And so does a Lamborghini get you more attention? Without a question, it does, and probably more than you are ever going to imagine. I knew that the Lambo was going to get me attention, but as soon as my first week of owning the car, as soon as I was parked in a parking lot at a mall, and then I had cars circling around the car to kind of get a closer look at it, it almost felt like you're sitting on an island with sharks kind of going by. That's the first initial feeling, but it's something that you really do get used to, and you can't blame other people for doing that. It is a Lamborghini, and that's just something that you learn to accept. But the biggest surprise isn't the attention itself, it's the people you meet, the opportunities that come from it, and the experiences you have along the way. The car might be what starts the conversation, but who you are is what people remember. If you're thinking about buying a Lambo one day, hopefully this gave you a realistic idea of what ownership is actually like. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, because I upload content every single week about what it's really like to own a Lamborghini, the good, the bad, and everything in between.